Welcome to Blue Line Mental Health. I'm glad you're here. If you haven't already, please take a moment to click that like button and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of our new content we share. Warning: this channel may contain material that is graphic and could potentially be a trigger for some. Viewer discretion is advised. Don't say I didn't warn you. Welcome to the Blue Line Mental Health Executive Command Staff Interview Series. I'm thrilled to bring you an in-depth conversation with Chief Heather WURTH of the Shorewood Police Department. Today, we will delve into the vital topic of law enforcement mental health amid the evolving demands from the community and political landscape. Chief WURTH will share her invaluable perspective on the impact of these changes on the stress and mental well-being of our officers. We'll explore how mental health support for law enforcement has transformed over the years, and most importantly, where it needs to go. This discussion is not just a message for law enforcement officers, but for the entire community, as we navigate together towards a more supportive and understanding future. Let's dive in. With every interview, I give the law enforcement member the opportunity to talk about an event that affects them to this day. Through their stories, we witness their emotions and humanity, revealing the deep personal impact these events have had on their lives.
Yes. Several. I wasn't going to do this. Several. I think um, I've told this story before, but it was New Year's Eve, um, and I was working with another officer in District 3, and we had several arsons, um, and we had squads on those scenes of those arsons. Around the area of 24th and Brown, we had squads stationed to secure the houses until the fire investigators could come out. Well, it's New Year's Eve in the city of Milwaukee, and what happens on New Year's Eve is shots are fired. Lots of shots are fired, and my partner and I got called to a shooting, and I said to my partner, we need to be careful. We had been driving around that area with the windows down, and I'm not gonna lie, we both had our weapons on our lap because we didn't know if there was a circumstance where we could potentially have been ambushed, or if we needed to defend ourselves or somebody else. And we got called to a shooting on 19th and Vine, and we had parked maybe a block and a half away, because we didn't know what we were going to encounter, whether or not there was a like I said, whether we were walking into an ambush. We just didn't know. But we got to the door, and I remember the door being locked, and we were banging on the door to get somebody to open it. And finally, we were getting ready to kick the door in, and finally a young child came down and opened the door. We walked into the house, and immediately when we walked into the house, there's a staircase that went up and to the right. What struck me is I could hear kids screaming, and the staircase, there was a trail of handprints in blood that went the entire length of the staircase upstairs. And we walked inside or upstairs, and in one room, there was a victim, a 13-year-old girl that had been shot, and there were, I don't know how many kids, a lot, screaming. And I said to my partner, she's like, what can I do? And I'm like, just get these kids out of here. And so I'm looking at this 13-year-old girl. Sorry. She's laying there. She shot somewhere, and I can't find where she shot. But seemed like it took the fire department forever to get there. Probably wasn't forever. Seemed like time stopped. I remember her saying, tell my mom I love her. And she died. This young girl put in a position to care for these kids on New Year's Eve. Not even 13. Just that call will be with me forever. I just, yeah, that was probably one of the single hardest calls I ever had to handle. I will never forget it, ever. Just watching this young girl just die right there, and there was nothing that I could do. Sorry. Yeah, I tell that story sometimes, and this is the reaction I get every single time I tell that story. And it was 1999. So imagine that. 25 years ago, I think. 25 years ago. I mean, there's been other calls. I mean, I remember getting the call when Chucky died, and I wasn't in town. The call when Matt died, or Koo died, or, you know, those are calls or instances that I'll never forget. And of course, I mean, so many more. And, you know, one of the things in law enforcement that we try to do is compartmentalize the calls that we go to, or the things that we see, or the traumas that we face. Because I think if, you know, you truly open yourself up to reliving those horrors every single day, just, you know, would you be able to do this job for a 25 or 30-year career? I don't know, you know. So being able to deal with some of those things, those are some of the calls I'll never ever forget. Houses that you drive by where you know, think, oh, I handled that there, or I met this person there, or you know, the shootings, the fatal accidents, the, you know, just the horror that's committed against people. And, you know, when you worked in Milwaukee for as long as I did, you know, you have all of those memories, or intersections, or houses, or areas that, you know, that you can drive through, and something always reminds you of something that you saw or handled. Or
All I can say is thank you. I appreciate you very much.
Well, thank you. I mean, this has been an honor to be here and to be a part of this. I think, you know, for us to have these conversations is, like I said, so critically important, and to share our stories. Yeah,
Bring the humanity out of us.
it really does. It really does. And this is the side of us, of law enforcement, that people need to see, that we are human, and it is within all of us to do the best that we can, and certainly in law enforcement, that's what we want to do, the best that we can. But we need help, we need support, and we need the community to be a part of that.
Thank you for watching this video on our channel. If you found this content meaningful, please like, subscribe, and share to spread awareness and make a difference, one step at a time.